today, you're sure to find a Simon. So tell us about your game.
Okay, Rosvita is a reality-bending puzzle platformer where you play as Rosvita, a 15-year-old girl on an adventure to discover the truth about her world, who has the ability to open up bubbles of alternate reality.
As the story unfolds, the player is going to start discovering that there's a battle of wills going on. And this is between Rosvita and this unknown entity called Fidus. And he's sort of a voice that calls out to her, asking for her help. And as you travel through the worlds, as the player, you start to discover why he's important to Rosvita, but sort of as importantly, why she's important to him.
We wanted to create something very unique that combined the best of 2D and 3D to create an aesthetic that was reminiscent of French comic book art, something we've not really seen in video games before.
Yep, and we're doing an all hand-drawn animation style.
Ah, and that's really unusual in video games now.
These days, yeah. I think a lot of people, we certainly found that it was not the easy route to take.
Definitely not.
So how do you play Rosvita?
So the game plays in a very typical side-scrolling platformer kind of way. The different thing here is that it's how you solve the puzzles, right? Rosvita has the power to shoot some projectiles, which then she can create bubbles out of. Those bubbles will affect how she interacts with the world within those bubbles. So different realities. For example, the ones that we've started with is low gravity, high gravity, and bounce. So if you go through a low gravity, you jump higher, or a high gravity, you fall faster, and bounce, you just like pop.
This is interesting, because this is not the Rosvita I remember meeting at the beginning of Stugan.
No, it's not the same Rosvita. The essence is still the same, but we completely scrapped what we came with. The mechanic was the player sliced up the level with the mouse or something, like to create areas where those realities would change. And although if we say, oh, areas, now bubbles. But it's a completely different game, and we feel like now it is genuinely fun to play.
Ah, the bubbles! They're so cool, and I can't wait to see how this bubble mechanic works out in your game. When can we expect Rosvita to be coming out?
When it's done.
An unspecified time. And Lara, what platform is it going to come out on?
I have no idea.
It's going to be Steam and console. Yes.
Steam and console.
PC and consoles.
PC and consoles.
All right, well, you can look out for Rosvita on PC and console at some point in the next year, maybe two, maybe a few months. Who knows?
10.
All we know is we have bubbles. Yeah!